Welcome to our podcast, Learn Biblical Greek, brought to you by Dr. William Stewart, the co-founder of Telios. This captivating podcast teaches you biblical Greek through a verse-by-verse study of the book of Ephesians, interjecting Greek grammar, Greek word meanings, and vital theology concepts. Thanks for joining us on this exciting biblical journey. Your study will be more effective if you use the Greek text with the Bible word codes, either on the eSword download or Bible Hub website. These links are on our podcast website at www.teliosresearch.com.
I'm William Stewart, co-founder of Telios. Welcome back to our podcast on learning biblical Greek. We're in chapter 3 of Ephesians, and we are learning grammar and the words related to Greek, how to read the New Testament in Greek, the original language of God by the Spirit to the apostles. What a great privilege to read the Bible in the original language, that we might become better, more obedient servants to God. Chapter 3 deals, the first half anyway, with the knowledge, filling up the mysteries, or the revelation of the mysteries through Paul for the church. Otherwise, what we know, understand, what to do, and how to obey, how to walk with God is coming, a lot of it, through Paul, though obviously it comes through John and Peter and several other authors as well in the epistles, Revelation to chapter 3. These are our marching orders for the church. Let's go to the text. Make sure you have the Greek text open, the grammar, if it's helpful, link to the website, and read that disclaimer. Verse 7, ou. So short word makes you, and there's no T on the front, think relative pronoun. Ou would tell you that it is the genitive singular, masculine or neuter. This time it's the masculine, being Paul. We come to a verb, ginomai, important verb. It's a my verb. It's a deponent. My is only in the present tense. Deponent verbs, of course, take a passive structure and are translated in the active. So only Greek and Latin have this form, deponent form, as far as I know. Let's go through the verb. Is there a prefix? No. Is there an augment? The epsilon? Yes. So it tells you it's a past tense, indicative, real-time, reality tense. Gino is the root. It changes from the dictionary form, so that makes you suspicious of a second aorist. And indeed it is a second aorist. The root changes, and there's no SA tense formative. So it follows with the O, the connector, that vowel connector, and that is typical for second aorist, as well as the passive, second aorist, as well as the future and the present tense. Mean is a second set of endings, and it is the first person singular in the second set of endings, generally related to the past tense. So, which I became. Okay. Diakonos. So you could translate this with a indirect article, which is not actually present in Greek. So a diakonos, servant, very general word. However, of course, this is where we get the word for deacon. So the New Testament will give a specific definition to secular Greek words. In this case, the office of deacon. However, it's not related. Paul is not a deacon. He's just calling himself a servant. We got a very general term. I think generally when Paul relates himself as a servant, he's probably implying sort of a servant plus, an authoritative or a servant with authority. That's just my opinion. And if you want to do a search on diakonos and see if you agree or disagree. That's in the nominative singular. And it is a masculine, of course. Kata is with that os ending. Kata, common preposition meaning down, typically, or against. But generally, remember, these prepositions will take an abstract meaning in the epistle. So this, with the following accusative, means according to. So teen, dorian, that article, the eta nu, tells you it is a accusative, singular, feminine. It matches that of the noun and tells you that the noun then is first declension. Article tells you the gender. The noun tells you the declension. Dorian or Doria is the word for gift. There's several related words, doma, doron. Generally, it's a general word for gift, but often used for salvation. And in the epistles, as it may well be used here because God saved him by his grace, Paul by his grace, tis karitos. So again, short word starts with a T, again with the eta S, or just not again, but eta S tells you it's the genitive, feminine, singular, not matching a noun, so it tells you it's the third declension. The root ends in a consonant, karit, as we've often seen with charis, unmerited favor. OS is the genitive, singular ending for the third declension. That contrasts with to theo, which is also genitive, but the OU tells us the masculine singular, and genitive matches theos, and the theou, that tells you that the theos is in the second declension because it matches. Not really because it matches. I'm just trying to simplify it for you. These are Stuart's hints, anything to make Greek easier. So, of which I, Paul, a servant, according to the gift of grace of God. That's what we have so far. Thanks for joining me today. We'll finish this verse next time. Stay with that Greek. Be persistent. I'll see you for the next video.